Hey guys, it's Abbie from Make Life Your Runway, and I'm here with my weekly makeup basket. Y'all, look, this is where we look at products or talk about products that we picked last week, pick products for the upcoming week, and just basically talk about makeup for like 20 minutes. So if that sounds like something you like to watch, then just keep watching. Here we go. Y'all, we really got to dive in to the products that we pulled last week. So I'm really excited, especially because a lot of these products are what I would consider neglected makeup products in my collection. So let's just go over what we're putting back and what's going to stay in. So we had two little mini palettes from the Benefit. This is the Cheek Star Mini Reunion Tour. So I really used Hoola a lot this week. Used Sugar Bomb one day and I actually really enjoyed it. I used California one day, which is this one right here. And then I used Dandelion as well. So I didn't get to Tickle or Georgia, but I did really enjoy using these palettes. And I don't know why I neglect them so much because they're beautiful. So I just need to be more mindful to pull them more often, but we will put them back. These four products are Project Pan products, and let's see, these three were in an update, a Project Pan 21 and 2021. I posted update number 2 this week, so go check it out if you're curious what they're looking like on the inside. We had a few highlighters that were left over from last week doing, not last week, but the week before. We did pick 5 highlighters. So the ones that we rolled over was, of course, the MAC Soft and Gentle. Again, really enjoyed using this highlighter this month, but this week, past 2 weeks. So we will put that back. I also enjoyed using the Glow Kit by Abbie. I just need to pull this more often as well because it's absolutely stunning and I always enjoy when I use it. But we will put that back. Cookie. We love Cookie by Benefit. But we will put this back. But this, of course, is a stunning highlighter. It is expensive. But if you see it on sale or you see like a website percentage off sale, I would get it. Alright, and then we use the Revolution Rose Gold Chocolate Palette. And I really enjoyed this week as well. Some of them, they have a little bit of fallout when I like use them. Like these shimmers, I like to use my finger and there's a little fallout, but when I apply it, there isn't much fallout. So I really enjoyed this, and this got me thinking I should do a makeup organizational video and pull all of the fall-ish makeup so that we make sure we use all the fall makeup as much as we can. I know you guys like those organizational videos, and it's been a minute since I've done one. So let me know in the comments if that's something you'd like to see, because I just don't want to neglect anything this fall, okay? Alright, I moved you up. So we are rotating through concealers and foundations. You'll see, oh, and eyeshadow palette. So you'll see that when we go to the collection, but we will put back the Camo Concealers. I still like both of these, both shades I can make work for me. So I definitely want to put those back, throw them in the rotation, and we will get to them again here soon. Still absolutely love the CoverGirl. This is the True Blend Hydrating Foundation Smoothing Natural Finish Foundation. You can see I've used a good bit of this. I love it. It takes about 3 pumps. It comes with a pump. It takes about 3 pumps to get the coverage I like, and it's like a true medium coverage type foundation. Absolutely love it, but we will put it back. And I loved using the Milani Bright Side Primer. Love this one a lot, but we'll put it back. And we had opened up the Maybelline, the Colossal Mascara. So I'm going to spend a couple weeks still like using these two together. This is the Maybelline Sky High. Mixing them or just alternating them. This is going to be interesting because it seems to be really dry. And the wand is like, it does a good job of separating it. Can you see? Focus on me. Focus on me. Can you see like how it's just curved like your eyelashes? But we'll give it a couple weeks before we make any final decisions about it. But that was everything that we had pulled that we're going to put back. So we're going to keep out, last week we picked out fall lipsticks, so we're going to leave those out. And today I used taupe. If you watch my haul video coming up next week, you'll see my makeup look using these products. But I didn't mention in there, I used taupe by Becca. And this formula is so nice, absolutely nice. Here, I'll show you my makeup here in a moment. But we're going to put all that back. We're sticking with the IT Cosmetics Your Skin But Better setting spray. We're working through that. And yeah, everything else we're going to pull from the collection. Okay, I'm going to have to sit down so you can see. This is my makeup using products from this week. So everything I just showed you, I used. This is Milani Bright Side. The foundation that I have on today is the CoverGirl True Blend. And I used both of the concealers under my eyes. And I used this Revolution palette, the Rose Gold Chocolate. So I just mixed this color right here into my crease. And then I tapped this color onto the lid. So super simple look. That's all we did. And then I used the Sky High mascara. The highlighter that you see is mostly from this Glow Kit Gumdrop. But in my haul, I hauled a highlighter and I did tap it over the top of it. So that's probably more so the glow that you're seeing. So yeah, it looks good. Natural brow. This has pretty much been like my uniform for makeup. I just like to keep it like pretty natural, easy eyes. Been really into blush and lots of highlighter and glow. So that's the look we're working with. Okay, we'll just start at the very top because this is where I sat all those foundations just so they were off the floor and protected. So we're trying to rotate through all of them in my collection and see if there's any that we want to declutter or anything like that. And I pretty much already know, I talked about last week which ones are my favorite. But it's good to just take time to see like what is still good as far as formula and all of that. So we used CoverGirl last week. I love that. That is not going anywhere. Which one do I want to use for this week? So very recently I have used the Milani Conceal and Perfect. So we'll hold off on grabbing that. I've used the L'Oreal Infallible, and semi-recently I've used the L'Oreal True Blend and the Dior Forever. So let's try to get to ones that I truly haven't used in a while, which would be Flower. We used semi-recently. So it's really these three that I haven't used at all in a while. The two from Laura Mercier, and then the Revolution Conceal and Hydrate. So let's do that, and then we'll also grab the concealer that goes along with it once we get to concealers. So here's the Revolution Conceal and Hydrate Radiant Foundation. Mine is in C4, and it's a pretty good match. Oops, and it does have a pump. Who remembers maybe like a year ago, I did a Get Ready With Me. And when I went to take the lid off, the pump came off, and I the whole time was like, was there a pump in here? I was so confused until I was like, wait, yes, there it is. Okay, good times had by all. Okay, here we are to the concealers. So I definitely want to put back the e.l.f. concealers. And I know we were trying to pull in order, so I'll just kind of shift those over. But here is the concealer that goes along with that line, the Revolution Conceal and Hydrate Radiance Concealer. I do have this one in C3, and this would definitely be one of my top favorite concealers, so I'm excited to pull this for the week. Okay, so we are going to skip lips since we pulled those fall lipsticks. We're going to skip pressed powder since we are panning so many, and we will skip these melt stacks for the week. And over here we have blushes and highlighters, but I kind of feel like pulling another palette. So let's do that, and we'll skip all of those as well. Here are my eyeshadows. So we kind of pushed aside these two bins, and we're trying to rotate through these. So I took everything out. They usually all are housed in here. So I will just put back what we pulled last week, and we will pull another palette. Just like the foundations, there's some that I have pulled pretty recently that I want to try to pull something that I haven't in a while. Like we just recently pulled the gingerbread extra spicy. I feel like these Lorac palettes were very recently pulled as well, but this one has not been pulled in a while. This is the Too Faced Semi-Sweet Chocolate Bar. And this one was also gifted to me, and this is what it looks like on the inside. So I think actually we're going to pull another palette to go along with this. This one's a very neutral. Remember when these came out, they were so popular, and I feel like eyeshadow palettes now, they have a little extra. Even if they're neutral, I feel like they still have a little bit more pop than these older ones used to. But let's pull along with it. This, I didn't even show you what it was. This is one of the Morphe, the smaller Jaclyn Hill palettes, and this one is in Ring the Alarm. It looks like this. This is a nice fall palette as well, but I don't necessarily like Ring the Alarm by itself. I feel like it definitely needs help to find like a transition color and to blend out some of these deeper colors. And I do really like the shimmers as well, but I think having these neutral colors, or this neutral palette, will help this palette a lot, because by itself I really can't do much with it. So that's going to be the eyeshadow palettes that we pull for the week. Okay, we are to the last shelf. We're going to skip loose setting powders, and I think we'll skip bronzers because I really want to pull a face palette, which if we move you just a little bit here, we have face palettes in these two. So I want one that has bronzer, and I also want ones that have blush and highlight, I guess. So this is the palette that comes to mind. I haven't used it for so long, and I saw someone recently declutter theirs and they never used it. I was like, oh my gosh, it's so good. This is the Too Faced Natural Face Palette, and I love this one so much. I can really make all of it work for me, and I do that by mixing everything. So I'll mix like the bronzers, both tap my brush into both and then apply them. I will tap my brush both into highlighters, and then I'll tap my brush into both of the blushes. And I'm able to get such beautiful looks using this palette. Has a very strong smell, and I've talked about, it's probably been a while since I talked about this, but if you happen to have this on and you do a workout, you will be tasting whatever scent is in here. It's really gross. But I would say my go-to colors in this palette would be Sunny Honey, Pink Sand, and this bottom highlight that is called Satin Sheets. So I love this. I haven't pulled it for so long, so let's give it some love this week. I don't know if you would call this week's picks neglected or just long lost loves, but we are being reunited and it feels so good. I think that's going to be the only palette that I pull because I really want to make sure that I can get good use out of it. We're not going to do pick 5 this week, but I'm trying to think what category we should do next week because we've done pick 5. My memory is so bad. Were we going to do pick 5 concealer this week? We might have. So let's do that next week. We've done pick 5 highlighter, pick 5 blush, pick 5 lips, and I'd have to go back and look. My memory is so bad. Someone asked me the other day, do you ever wake up in the middle of the night stressing about the things you've said to people and how maybe you said something wrong or you feel embarrassed by it? And I looked at them and I said, by the end of the day, I don't really remember anything that has happened. And it's like, if I thought about it, I could really think about it, but maybe you feel the same way if you do so much in a day. Like my schedule is basically blocked. So I'll go from a block of one-on-one clients because I'm a personal trainer. Then I'll go to another block that is teaching a class. Then I'll go to another block that's like admin. And then I'll have another block working like another one-on-one client block. So I am talking to so many people and doing so much that by the end of the day, my brain is just tired. My body is tired. And I don't remember anything that happened unless I sat there and really thought about it. So I was like, no. By the time I'm laying in bed, I'm gone. I'm asleep. There's nothing else happening. All right, we do need to pull a primer. They are all mostly in here because usually my foundations are in here, but I took them out so that we could rotate them nicely. So we'll put back our Milani. And I think the one that we want to use, since I have like a pretty glowy foundation that we're going to use, I try not to mix like an illuminating primer with an illuminating foundation. I try to put like a hydrating primer with illuminating foundation. So I think the one that I want to use is this because I haven't used it. It's just a sample of the Pure 4-in-1 Correcting Primer. Energize and Rescue with Aloe, Coconut Water, and Probiotics. And I think this is like, I don't even know that this is hydrating. I think it's just like a normal primer. Smooth onto clean, moisturized skin, allow to dry, then follow up with your favorite Pure foundation. Well, we're not going to do that, but let me put a little bit on my hand and see what's, look, it's not even opened. Still has the seal on it. That is so funny. I should really move this into my travel bag. Okay, speaking of memory, oh my gosh. So I decided like a month ago that I should make like a travel makeup bag. Not makeup, but like beauty stuff. So like shampoo, conditioner, body wash, lotions, that kind of thing. Here's what it looks like. Oh yeah, that feels hydrating. That feels really nice actually. Yeah, that feels just like, you know, the Ultra Repair Primer by First Aid Beauty. Okay, so I'm like, yeah, I should make this bag. This is great. I bought some new travel products to put into it. I used it a couple of times, and I'm like, this is great. I don't feel like I need to add anything else to it. I threw it in my hallway closet when I got home from whatever trip we were on, just going up to see family for a couple of nights. And a few days later, I was organizing that cabinet or that closet, and I found another bag where I had essentially had the same thought, but maybe 6 months prior, where I should have a bag with like shampoo, conditioner, all that stuff. So now I have 2 bags. I'm like, wow, past Abbie really thinks about the future, and so does present Abbie, so... So funny. All right, that's everything that we are going to pull, so let's put it all together. All right, since we pulled so many palettes, we don't actually have that many products. So there is the primer, here is the foundation, the concealer. We have our pressed powders that are Project Pan, so that's why we didn't pull any other ones. We have our eyeshadow palettes. And then we have our face palette. So pretty short and sweet this week. And then we have the products on the vanity as well. So yeah, look at us. Thank you all so much for being here. Please subscribe if you like this type of content. And we'll see you in the next video. Bye.